do it all over.
There are pictures of the court all over the internet. Tracy and Josh in the room. All right, face me.
Can you come in front of the microphone? Can you come in front of the mic? Thank you.
Hi, I am Tracy Maligan and this is Josh Smart, and we are reading this letter on behalf of the 9 people who have just been imprisoned for protecting our country and everything that we all hold dear. Today in the High Courts, the government has shown its cowardice. 9 ordinary people have been committed to prison for demanding that the government fulfil its election pledges by insulating Britain's homes. The 9, aged between 20 and 58 years old, were convicted of contempt of court for breaking the National Highways M25 injunction and have been sentenced to between 3 and 6 months in prison. Anna and Louis received sentences of 3 months, while Ben Taylor, who has announced to the court his intention to continue, has received a sentence of 6 months. All the other defendants were sentenced to 4 months, and the judge has ordered that all defendants should serve at least half. After the sentencing, Emma Smart, 44, announced her intention to go on hunger strike. This is a letter from those brave 9 people. Over the last 9 weeks, 174 ordinary people have held our government to account, asking that they deliver on the most basic of their duties, and that is to protect the British people, the economy, and all we hold dear for our society. Your government has now chosen to act, and it's chosen to imprison us rather than meet the demand. By imprisoning us, the government shows its cowardice. They would rather lock up pensioners than insulate their homes. They would rather lock up teachers than create thousands of proper jobs. They would rather lock up young people than take practical steps to reduce our emissions. They will lock us up and leave thousands to die in the cold this winter. We knew we would face prison when we took this action, but we cannot stand by while this government betrays the general public. Following the widely recognised failure of our government of COP26, we are continuing to ask them to get on with the job of cutting carbon emissions, of insulating cold and leaky houses, of protecting the people of this country from climate collapse, because the lives of our children and those of all future generations hang in the balance. To the government we say, you can't imprison a flood, there are no unlimited fines against a famine, you can't bankrupt a fire. To the public we say, no one is going to save you. In the past, when governments have failed to protect their people, the right thing to do is to highlight the injustice, breaking the law if needed. This is what the suffragettes and Martin Luther King did, and it is what Insulate Britain has done. We call on you to recognise you also have a duty to act. As our government is betraying us, they can't even act on Insulate Britain. What hope do we have of them protecting our children, our economy, or our country?